On this head here, there are 3 studs which have snapped off. Have a close look at them. There's this one here, where there's only a few millimeters, maybe 2 or 3 millimeters sticking up on this one. This one's probably a bit more, maybe more like 5 millimeters. So I'm going to try and remove them using this stud extractor, which will screw onto the studs to grip them. So I'm going to try with the shortest one. I don't know whether it'll do it on the shortest one. There's really not much for it to grip on. But I'm going to heat them up first with a torch. So I'm going to heat them up with this map torch and then cool them down with some penetrating fluid, just to try to release them a little bit. And then I'll try and extract them and see how I get on. There simply wasn't enough material on this stud for it to pick up on. It was just pulling off. I've managed to get it fitted onto the second one where there's a little more material to go at. So I'm just going to rotate this. So basically, as I move the ratchet anti-clockwise to undo it, it's tightening up the jaws. So it's kind of self-tightening as I try to remove it. It's either going to slip or break the stud, or it'll come out. So give it a go, see what happens. Of the 3 studs on here, the stud extractor wouldn't grip this one at all. There just wasn't enough material on it. On this one, there was enough material for it to grip it, but it couldn't grip it tight enough. So when I tried to undo it, it just span round on it. It actually took some material off the stud, which meant that it wouldn't tighten up any further on it. But on this last one, there was enough material on it. And as you can see there, it's gripped it and it's extracted it. So there are 2 left that need to be drilled out with a jig. This head has 4 broken studs on it. This one here is very short, so there's no chance we're going to be able to get onto that with the extractor. This one here is a bit more material on it, so I'll definitely be giving that one a go. And these other 2 are relatively long, so I think with these 2, this one looks like there's a fair bit of corrosion on it further down. So I think with those 2, they will either come out or snap. And this one here I'm not so sure about. We'll see how well the extractor grips onto it. This is the stud extractor in place. When trying to undo it, make sure that this end is well supported. If you just hold on to this end and try to crank it round, then you're going to apply a lot of sideways force on here and you'll probably end up snapping the stud. So use one hand to hold this end, support it, keep it straight, whilst gently trying to apply force on the other end till it comes undone or snaps. On this head there were 4 studs which had snapped off. These 2 plus these 2 here. This one was too short to do anything with the extractor. This one here, it snapped off as I was trying to extract it. So even if you are very careful, the metal's quite weak on these and they can break. These other 2, they did come out though, without any great difficulty. And here are some of the studs. There's 2 from this head, but there's also some from other heads as well. Here is the one that snapped off. You can get an idea of how much material you need to actually grip on it to make it work. So as you see on there, there's only about 4 or 5 threads visible, but the extractor still managed to grip on it and extract the studs. It works pretty quickly. It's only a couple of minutes to sort it out for each one. And I think for the price of the tool, which was around £20, it's well worth it. If it saved me drilling out 5 holes using a jig, it's a good investment. I've been asked for details of which stud extractor I was using in this video, and it's this one here. So it's made by a company called Laser. There's part number on the back there, 3986. It's just the laser impact stud extractor, 1/2 inch.